This is our first look at Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3's Zombies background, and how this version of Zombies is interlinking with the previous stories from Black Ops Cold War and Call of Duty Vanguard. This is following on the Dark Aether plotline, which you can see in this cinematic trailer being effectively weaponized and starting off the first Outbreak region. Now, we have some details on Modern Warfare 3 Zombies so far. We know that it's going to have multiple squads up to 24 players on one map, that it will be PvE only, it will be an open world scenario utilizing the new Warzone map, and that it will have a plotline that's been developed specifically by Treyarch. But what excites me about this Zombies is that this Zombies is going to be an extraction shooter, meaning that how Zombies operates from its traditional round-based modes back in the day, which could still return but in a different format, is going to be completely different. The word DMZombies has been used a lot here because there are missions, things you can complete, and most importantly, this is an extraction-based zombies mode, meaning that you actually need to leave the area after completing different tasks. The assumption being that what you extract with or what you manage to get out with completes different storylines, allows you to challenge different parts of story in the game, and a bit like the missions you see in DMZ, there will be a series of progressions from completing these missions in the Zombies arc. And with all of these things in mind, we can actually talk about now how Zombies is going to play in Modern Warfare 3. The fact that there is a central storyline, the fact that there is an extraction and shooter element, multiple players, the fact that there will likely be interactable characters and NPCs that you can work with or get missions off of, and most importantly, how Zombies is going to fit into the new Warzone map. Because what a lot of people haven't realized yet is that this is going to be Zombies unlike anything you've seen before. This is going to be a Zombies where the intensity of the number of zombies or the boss level zombies could be in certain locations of the map, and that doing certain missions or activating certain tasks will actually descend upon you hordes upon hordes of zombies. This isn't a round-based scenario anymore, but it is the kind of scenario where you could interact with random straggler zombies that you happen to run into whilst you're traversing the area, and things get far more intense when you try to complete certain tasks, or most importantly, when you try to extract with certain loot. That opens up a whole new world of potential, not only for the fact that there will be multiple squads in the same map at the same time, but also that this will be probably the most dynamic zombies we've ever seen. Maybe you're in a mission and picking up a certain item attracts hordes of zombies, or activating a certain switch invites a boss zombie into the area, somebody with a lot of damage and a lot of power. And the fact that there could be different types of zombies. It won't just be your running stragglers. There could be different types of AI engineered zombies who attack you in different ways, like we've seen with Hellhounds in the past. For those of you who are probably a little bit gutted, a little bit heartbroken that DMZ seemingly is having its support canned into Modern Warfare 3, this to me is the perfect replacement. It is a central part of Call of Duty's history. There is a central storyline developed by the people who know the Zombies franchise best, and honestly, I think it will just be more interesting. There'll be darker themes, different tones that can go throughout the storylines, and most importantly, they can mess around with it far more. Zombies in the past has had all kinds of incredible weapons, incredible random plotlines, incredible characters, giants, and monsters that spawn on the map. Things that you just can't do in a conventional DMZ extraction-based mode, you can do in Zombies, because Zombies doesn't care. Zombies likes to be crazy, wacky, and do things a little bit differently. Whether that's teleporting throughout the map with different Dark Aether teleports. There is a whole host of challenges, enemies, combatants, wonder weapons, and also crazy lore that could be integrated into this map, into this storyline, and into this extraction-based mode like we've never seen before. Whether that's the Wunderwaffe, the ray gun, the thunder gun, there's just options upon options here. My favorite part of these Zombies I remember fondly, like Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3, was just messing around with these utterly ridiculous weapons. These guns that made absolutely no sense but were in the game. And that is what makes Zombies the best experience. And all of these missions and lore tasks that we used to do in previous round-based modes, for example, building the various staffs back in Zombies on the map Origins, one of the 4 elemental staffs, the Staff of Lightning, Wind, Fire, and Ice, can all be things that take place in the storyline with the extraction element. by finding all of these little different bits and pieces and finally assembling it as part of a mission. Not only is this going to be a really cool extraction mode that could be really intense and lots of fun with friends, it actually allows the people who are making zombies to flesh out the stories, flesh out the mechanics, and flesh out the plot lines more than they've probably ever been able to before. There will only be one Achilles heel to zombies, especially considering that these are allegedly open lobbies with up to 24 teams, and that would be the difficulty. The difficulty has always been the deciding factor of whether or not, in my opinion, a zombies experience has been good or bad. If a zombies experience is too tame or too boring or doesn't challenge you enough, then it's not really a good zombies experience. The chaos of surviving really intense moments and the chaos of extracting away from situations that seem impossible are the things that make zombies special. If you're just really mincing around killing zombies left, right, and center like it's not really a problem, then that could be an issue. And this is an interesting thing to talk about because we have to think about the fact that this is a live server environment with 24 players on it. They will have to spawn in lots of AI to try and make this an interactive and interesting experience. And I think difficulty is the only way they manage to get this to go wrong. I feel like I speak for everybody when I say that a dark, gritty zombie story on a dark, nighttime map is everything that we've wanted for a long time. But if it's just really easy, like DMZ, for which, for the most part, unless you're PvPing, is fairly easy to do anything, then it's not going to scratch the itch that most people are looking for, which is a challenging story arc and something that actually has to be worked through, as opposed to something you can just get one and done almost instantly. I would love to see all of these kinds of missions fleshed out as well, offering different Easter egg missions that perhaps don't track like conventional missions, different storylines that go through the progressive seasons. These are the things that will make this zombies experience special. And who knows, there might even be a way to have a sort of PvEVP element where you might not necessarily be able to kill opponents who are in the map with you, but you might be able to make their lives a little bit harder by throwing distractions, decoys, monkey bombs, things that we're used to in conventional Call of Duty, to try and make the situation for the other extracting teams more difficult, especially if they have items that perhaps you wanted to try to leave with. I'm interested to see your thoughts and feelings on Modern Warfare 3's Zombies below. For me personally, I think this is ticking a lot of boxes. Having Modern Warfare and Zombies together has been a marriage that people have been talking about for a very, very long time. I remember people talking about this back in the days of Black Ops 2. These were like school playground discussions of how cool it would be if Modern Warfare had its own version of zombies. And the idea that this could pick up and fill some sort of void that DMZ is going to be leaving behind is a really exciting proposition because it allows them to do so much more than just have a fairly tame and boring extraction shooter and have something that could be pretty insane, pretty mind-blowing, and do all sorts of wacky stuff. Let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comment section below, and I'll be chatting with you down there. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.